Indianapolis Colts play football today, and we're going to talk about it. First, business. I keep it moving, I heard a rumor, they won't be blown away. I keep it looping, I'm a nuisance, they won't be gone away. I keep them clueless, they keep them moving, wanting to set in my place. I make them so mad, if a rapper gone by, throw away. I keep it moving, I heard a rumor, they won't be blown away. I keep it looping, I'm a nuisance, they won't be gone away. I keep them clueless, they keep them moving, wanting to set in my place. I make them so mad, if a rapper gone by, throw away. Let's keep it a buck, all that wax on the lines. Y'all don't hit me up, it's our studio time. Why? Cause y'all need a studio dimes. Y'all in the studio crying. I'm out in Nash cause I listen to that song all day, but let's talk a bit about sports and football. So I've just accepted now that if I play a song, I'm gonna get copyrighted. So that was Ryan Upchurch throwaway. All right, it's fucking listen to that song. That is it's been in my head so much. That's why I had to play it. That's why I don't care. Just listen to it. Anyway, how are y'all? The Colts play the Titans here in just a little bit. 1 second. But yeah, so we're gonna talk about whether the Colts are gonna do any trading before the deadline. The answer is no. We'll talk about maybe Cam Taylor-Britt. He's someone from the Bengals. Bengals are kind of struggling, so if we're to make a trade, who would we make a trade for? Maybe him. We'll talk about that. We'll talk a little bit about Zaire Franklin. I love Zaire, but I feel like people are kind of dismissive of him. And I'll be honest with you. There's some things he's not great at. He's not the best at coverage, but no linebacker is really great at coverage. But Z really busts his ass. So, bro, I like you if no one else does. Okay, so we'll talk a little bit more about that. Is AR a bust? She a bust. See, Shane has been successful with everyone else. So we'll talk about whether or not AR is a bust. We'll talk about the Pacers game, stats from that. We'll talk about Kentucky basketball. They just beat Purdue in an exhibition game. Purdue was ranked number one, and Kentucky football, how they lost. So why don't we start first of all here with the Pacers. The Pacers have played 2 games. They've actually lost both of them. They lost to the Thunder on October 23rd, a couple days ago, and they lost to the Grizzlies last night. Just not really what they could be, you know. I feel that the Pacers are probably going to struggle without Tyrese naturally. I feel like Tyrese is a big part of that team, and him not being on there is definitely a big deal. I mean, they're missing him. There's no denying that. Like when you search up Pacers on you just Google Pacers, the first thing that pop up is Tyrese Halliburton, even though he's not fucking playing. So it's just goes to show how popular he really is. So let's go over some stats here. Benedict Mathurin had 26. Pascal had 13. Aaron Neesmith, he left the game. He had 15. And Obi Toppin had 13. No one in any double digits of assists or rebounds. Most minutes played were by Pascal with 26. Actually, Ben Mathurin played 28. And this Ray J. Dennis, he played 28 minutes, but he only scored 7 points and had 6 assists, which isn't bad. But this team is going to be beat up this year pretty bad. It seems like no matter what we do, the last couple of games we really can't pull it all together. We're not doing everything bad or anything, but we just aren't really doing how we were we're just, in all honesty, we're missing Tyrese Halliburton. I think it's going to be very difficult for us to get too far without him. Yeah, be pretty tough to go that far without Tyrese. So hopefully we can turn it around again. We play another game here in a couple of days. What is it on Thursday or something? Oh, actually, it's today. I'm sorry. We play the Timberwolves today at 7. probably won't be watching that one because I'll be watching the football. All right, let's talk a little bit about the Kentucky basketball here. They played Purdue in an expedition and exhibition, and really put it on them. We looked really good. I mean, I'm excited for our first game. I think that Kentucky basketball is going on a tear this year. I feel that they'll really be almost lethal. Like last year, they were really good and they had a really bunch of good players that kind of worked together and everything. But there wasn't a big like X factor, if that makes any sense. I think they'll have that this year. I think we'll be number one ranked in the country within the first month or two of the season if everything that I'm seeing really works out. I mean, we went into this exhibition game, and I know they don't mean nothing. But we really dominated it, and I cannot wait for another to really start the season. So we won that game 78-65. Um, I think I want to say we have maybe one more of these exhibition games or exhibition games. I'm not really that sure, to be honest. But a good win, and when we do start the season, I feel like we'll be pretty good. There are a total of 10 teams. And okay, sorry, hold on one more second before we move on to the NFL. I almost moved on without saying this. Kentucky football. Y'all suck. I don't know what else to tell you. You're not very good. I want to like Kentucky football so much. They lost 56-34 yesterday to Texas. We did some good things in the game. I watched a bit of it. We didn't do awfully terrible, but we cannot ever do enough to win the game if it's anybody good. Bad teams, sure, we can whoop those, but any other one, we're shit in the bed, and I don't like it. So let's get that out of the way. I hate talking about that shit. um, so let's talk a little bit about the Colts injury report. So Josh Downs will go. Ashton Dulin will go. Samson Ebukam is out. Tyquan Lewis with a groin has been downgraded to out yesterday. Jalen Jones is out. Tyler Goodson, it was a full go. Zaire, obviously, he was just resting. And everyone else should play. So the only people that are out are Jalen Jones, Samson Ebukam, and Tyquan Lewis. That leaves a little bit thin at edge rusher, but we're playing the Titans, so I think we will be absolutely fine. So speaking of playing the Titans, let's do a little bit of a breakdown here about this Titans game before we continue. This is a division game. Control the AFC South is I mean, we're going to win the AFC South, but we need to continue to assert our dominance there. We're sitting at 6-1 right now. We're on the top of the AFC South. We have very balanced attack, honestly, running and passing. Roughly 250 yards passing a game and 130 yards rushing, which is balanced in the NFL these days, honestly. Ranking at the top in several categories of every single one of the major categories, honestly. I don't even really have time to go over them all. Just know we're at the top of most of them. Daniel Jones has had 1,790 passing yards. That's when I looked this up. And Jonathan Taylor with 697 rushing yards leads the league. 10 overall touchdowns leads the league. Receiving leader is Tyler Warden and Michael Pittman and Alec Pierce. Obviously, active targets there. Uh, um, we have a strong turnover differential against this team. We need to force timely takeaways in this game like we have in the past. And that's honestly what's been winning us games is the turnovers because that's what wins anyone games. But you know, the Titans, the state of the Titans, they kind of suck. 1-6, they don't kind of suck. They do suck. Um, Cam Ward has been inconsistent, but flashes. There are some flashes. Tony Pollard is the Titans' lead back and primary rushing option, and he's Tony Pollard. Titans will likely be without Jeffrey Simmons and Calvin Ridley per the latest injury report. All impacts their pass rush and obviously their receiving core. Let's look at some key matchups here. Colts online versus the Texans front or Titans front. Excuse me. Colts line has given Daniel Jones clean pockets much of this season with Simmons out for Tennessee. That'll likely tilt in Indy's run game favor. And that leads me to Jonathan Taylor versus the Titans' run defense. Taylor leads the league with 697 yards and double-digit TDs. A prime matchup versus a Titans defense that struggled against the run, to be honest. Jones, another key matchup here will be Daniel Jones in the passing attack versus the Titans secondary. Jones has been really spreading the ball around here. 250 yards per game. So, I mean, he's definitely got the advantage there. And then our defense versus Cam Ward is another big one. And I think hopefully our defense will step up. Cam Ward isn't really that great. And we have kind of beat him in the past. So hopefully we can continue that. All right. Move a little bit on here to some studs and duds. I love this segment. I'm going to start doing it, I think, every week. Colt studs. Can anyone say it? I'll say it if you don't. Jonathan Taylor. Jonathan Taylor, man, this whole offense runs through Jonathan Taylor. Whether he's running, swing out for the pass, whether you're play actioning, that you're too afraid of the run, this whole offense runs through Jonathan Taylor, and it is absolutely beautiful to watch. Like every single week, we don't play till 4 this week, which is crazy. 4:25, and we were 1 o'clock all across the slate last year, so that's pretty funny. Anyway, Jonathan Taylor, obviously a stud. Daniel Jones, a stud. Tyler Warren, Michael Pittman, a stud. I don't even gotta really talk about those. But I think another thing that could be a stud, which people are gonna be like, "What is the Colts pass rush?" Let me tell you something. We've been getting lots of pressures. Pressures still, affect the quarterback. I mean, they're not sacks, but they still affect the quarterback. We're getting in the backfield. We may not be, doing it great, but we're getting in the backfield and it's affecting the quarterback. So that can be a really high point for us. Um, Only real things I'll really talk about here for duds for the Colts is Colts secondary coverage. It's not the best. While the defense overall is pretty stout, the pass defense's occasional breakdowns allowed chunk plays this season. That's definitely one to monitor. The Titan studs, quarterback Cam Ward, he can be one. Not that he is right now, but it could be. And he hasn't been at times. And Tennessee duds are pretty much the whole team. I mean, they're not that good, honestly. Let's go with a couple of X factors here, and the biggest one has to be in-game coaching. Shane Steichen versus the Tennessee staff, and I think Shane Steichen would definitely win that battle. He's done it before. Play calling and halftime adjustments would definitely matter there. Special teams and field position. I think special teams will be really important in this game, especially if they do come out to any kind of a start, any kind of anything good, and we don't shut it down. We had to get some kind of a play on special teams, some kind of a forced fumble, something, some big play to get us back into it, because I feel like the Titans might come out and maybe jump out a little bit of a lead, and that won't be good. Maybe not though. I think the Colts can prove me wrong for that for sure. What are the keys to the Colts win? Establish the run early with Taylor. I know that's not what Shane Steichen does. Shane Steichen likes to pass to pass. What is it? Pass to win, run, or I don't know, some motto he has. I forget off the top of my head, but basically they run at the beginning of the game, pass at the beginning of the game, run at the end of the game. I think they need to do both, be quick, because the thing is the Titans are not good at all. but that could lead them to be like, this is our division rival. Like, they could have extra motivation that you wouldn't even think, because we're the division rival and all of this stuff. We smoked them a few weeks ago. So I really think that they could attempt at least to try to make this a sort of a trap game for us, although I don't think it is. I think we're going to pretty handle these dudes. But if they do end up getting up to a little bit of a lead, I really think that you need, or so they don't end up getting any kind of a lead, I think you need to run early with Taylor. You don't have to be consistent, but like I say, first few plays of the game, come out with a run. So they're like, what? They're just confused, because that's not what we're really known for right now. We got to force Cam Ward into the long third and whatever. That could really help, and it does help. I mean, we probably will do that. Use zone disguises and pressures like Rumo does. Avoid penalties, and that keeps the drives alive. Absolutely. Colts efficiency is driven by long, sustained possessions. That's what the Colts do. Yeah. So I want to share really quick a bet that I put in for this Colts game. I put. So I put in the following bet here for this Colts game: 250 plus passing yards for Daniel Jones, 100 yards rushing for JT, 60 yards receiving for Tyler Ward, and anytime score Tyler Ward. That is my Colt play of the week. Why don't we go to my NFL play of the week? And NFL play of the week is a little different than my Colts one, because I kind of bet here. My idea is, excuse me, stacking the parlays here, or stacking the, not parlays, but yeah, money line parlays, stacking the money lines here. All right, kind of said that wrong. Stacking the money lines on this parlay is what I'm trying to say. So we've got Bears money line, Bengals money line, Falcons money line, Patriots money line, Niners money line, Colts money line, and Steelers money line. All of those. Actually, I did not bet the Colts money line. That's a lie. I bet Colts to cover the spread of 15.5. I did all that. I did that on a $2 bet to pay out $99.85. Pretty great bet if you ask me personally. But yeah, I I love sports betting. I love watching sports. I want to say, I think that gambling on sports and you are a coach is nuts, or a player is absolutely nuts. When I first seen the notification on my phone that Chauncey Billups had done this, I was like, what? Chauncey Billups? Like, and then all the rest of the people came out, and I cannot believe it. Like, you have so much money. What are you doing? Connected with the mafia. What are you doing? Laundering millions of thousands of whatever it was dollars. Like, you got Cash Patel, the director of the FBI, saying your names on national television, making an example out of you. How did you get here? How much money do you need? Like, what is nuts, dude? Like, I don't understand it. Why you would want so badly to make money that you would literally, like, you have so much money, but you want so badly to make money, you're willing to go to the mafia about it? Like, what the fuck, man? The Shaq talk about it.
The letter of the law when it comes to gambling and sports gambling. And I don't want to sit up here like I'm some perfect guy. Like, every now and then when I go to Vegas, I'll play some craps and I'll play some roulette, but never gambled at anybody's house. Don't know anything about poker, so I don't know what they're talking about when it comes to the Chauncey thing. But I know Chauncey. I know Damon very well. Played with Damon, so I don't want to sit up here. But I'm ashamed that those guys would put their families and their careers in jeopardy. There's an old saying in the hood: all money ain't good money. So if you're making $9 million and you're dealing in certain things, like how much more do you need? Especially if you know you get caught, you can do jail time, lose your career.
So it's just very silly, and I don't understand it. But on that note, we'll end this podcast. Thank you guys so much for watching and tuning in. You all have a great day. Thank you.